What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good out there. Hope you're washing your hands, eating your fruits and vegetables. I made some beats for you so you can enjoy them and hopefully pass the time. All right. I'm gonna go play some video games. Peace.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Dipcatcher Radio. Another beautiful day in Maximus. Let me know if this sound is too loud. I love this artist, Flamingosis. Anytime I'm writing code or building anything, I probably have his music on. So I figured that today, while we're going through the dashboard, looking at new things to build and updating features, I'll just kind of take you all into what it normally is like. And so we'll keep that on. So someone in the chat, let me know if the sound is fine. If you can hear me talking, if it's distracting, let me know. I don't know how my microphone picks it up or whatever, but yeah, we can just get right into it. Let's see if anyone in the chat has anything to say. Yo, in the house. Yup. Gold Key says, let's go. That's right. Mango Junkie, what's up? Oi, oi. All right. Music is perfect level. Good. Cool. Let me know if that ever changes. So yeah, I mean, I guess before we get into it, let's take a look at the charts. So this is what we're going to be working on today. So right now it shows the treasury value, but it doesn't actually break it down into what it's earned. It just shows how much is total. So this number is correct. Right. So maybe someone should check that. But I do believe this number is correct. But we do need to update it so that it indicates the yield that has been produced by the stake. So also in about 30 minutes, we're going to be able to run the mint hedron function. So maybe we also want to add the hedron yield, even though I don't know if it'll actually mint anything today, but we'll just have to see. That'll become clear very soon. But then also we also want to display the T-shares, because right now it's still calculating as if like the total was now purchasing T-shares and T-share rate's gone up. And so now our real value is like 42104. And so reading this T-share value directly from the stake rather than calculating it, that's something else that we want to fix. So yeah, those are the things that we're going to do first. So here, let's write those down. So what did we say? We said that we need to do, we're going to do split the hex stake principal from earned yield. We need to read hedron hedron.balance of the MAXI address to display how much hedron is earned. Read T-share value directly from the stake. We also can, maybe we need to just like move or think about like how do we now display the mint phase being done and the stake phase being start? Because right now the layout's based around it being the mint phase as the primary action and the stake phase is secondary. Now stake phase is primary, so I definitely want to think about how to do that. What else did we say here? Yeah, so I mean, just like we should just double check our math. We want this to be really accurate. If people are going to be making decisions based on this information, we're gonna want to do that. So what else? Add anything in the chat. Let's see if anyone's said anything about what else we should add to the dashboard. Maybe Gold Key, what you had some ideas too. David says, "Good evening, gladiators. How do you know for sure that MAXI will be copied on Pulse Chain?" That's a good question, actually. It's an ERC20 token, and so just like all the other ones, it'll get copied right over. Richard had only stated before that only like things that were known scams or things that were maliciously targeting hexagons or blatantly copying the hex contract instead of using the hex contract. He had indicated in the past that maybe those ones wouldn't get fair treatment. But again, I don't have any expectation that he does anything to help us. But Maximus falls under the category of things that, of all indications, will be on that copy. And also blocking certain things from the copy may be very difficult to actually do. And if, they're trying to roll it out, unless maybe that already is the case, maybe someone has to check testnet. Has the testnet actually been, removing those projects that people expected them to remove? And, who knows, but I'm 100% certain that the MAXI will be copied to Pulse Chain. And okay, so feed the feeder, nerding out here. What's up? Little copy of ETH. Every comes over the fourth website. We just need to adjust it to switch between chains. Yeah. So actually, it's actually really easy to make the websites support, just connecting to Pulse Chain. It's actually pretty easy to do that. Liam says, "I truly believe we are witnessing the evolution of the most powerful financial asset ever created. Maximus is the beautiful. Liquidity shares. What more could an investor / hexagon ask for?" Thank you so much. That's, I get that sense too. This is really important, for Hex. And I think that we're, together going to be able to execute on an awesome opportunity with this. So thank you for that. Thank you, Dipcatcher and Gold Key, for your generous contributions to this community. You're changing this world for the better. Thank you so much, Liam. All right. So if you have any other things that you want to add, just throw them in the chat. We'll try to, but this is plenty for us to start with. Here, 1 second. Okay, so I build everything in this platform called Anvil. It's a really powerful web development tool that lets you build pretty much anything really fast, and it's really stable, and it has really good performance. And just in general, it's just like an all-in-one powerhouse of a developer tool. And what I like about it is that it really unlocks people who aren't traditional software engineers to be able to build stuff on the web and actually build things that people can use. It really reduces the barrier to entry for people to, if you have an idea of something you want to create, you can just do it. And so I do all that on Anvil. The website is anvil.works. This is, I've been using Anvil almost every day of my life since I discovered it in 2019. And it's allowed me to build some really awesome products. So, my dipcatcher.com site, that's built on Anvil. The email alert system that goes out during dips, that's driven by Anvil. Hex.cash is driven by Anvil. The max length stake bot, that's on Anvil. Pretty much, the maximus.cash site, that was all on Anvil. So it's really a powerful tool that I use for everything, and I certainly highly recommend it to anybody. Not just people who are developers. Like if you work in operations at a company that involves, taking in data, processing it, or building interfaces to perform work for your teams, or building one-off stand-up services or automated tasks and scripting. Anvil combined with a handful of other tools, it really unlocks a whole new realm to what you can produce. And so I highly recommend Anvil to everybody. It's mainly everything you do is pretty much in Python, and that makes it really easy to learn. Like when kindergartners are learning how to code, they're learning Python because it's like the easiest thing to read and understand and make sense of right away. And so, for the same reasons, it's like a really, really powerful way to just be able to, create stuff, get stuff done. And it's a lot of fun. So that's what I use for everything. So that's what we're going to go ahead and be working in today. They've recently updated their thing. So why don't we hop into the new one? Sometimes I hop back and forth. I mainly use their old interface for version control, just because they recently rolled out a brand new version control system, and then I was just more familiar working with the other one in production. So I hop back and forth, but their new interface for designing stuff is really awesome. And so the structure of our website is that the maximus.cash site is that is powered by an app called Maximus, and then the DApp, when you go in here and you go to go.maximus.cash, like once you connect and everything. So this go.maximus.cash site is this is the Maximus DApp. So there's two apps that run the whole thing, and so the Maximus site is like for the user facing stuff. This part doesn't connect to a wallet. That's just like for any website. But then the actual DApp is in this other one, and they can, like, each of these apps is just a Python module. It's pretty much just like a Python package. Like you can import these as you would any other thing in Python. So if you know a little bit of Python, you can actually get a lot done just by treating these apps as their own, just like Python script. And so so they call each other. So when we go to the dashboard on this website, it's actually, this all this stuff lives in this app called Maximus DApp, in this thing called offline dashboard. So this is where this lives. And so what we want to do is we want to go through here, and we're going to look through our list and just, work on updating the values that get displayed here. So let's see if we're in the chat. Name says, I will single-handedly keep MAXI to premium against X. Hell yeah, dude. David says, thanks for the tip. I'll check in. Oh yeah, dude, you're going to love it. You literally, and I'm happy to help you anytime. I'm a huge, I shill Hex on the regular, like on a daily basis. If I was more into like software developer Twitter, I would be shilling Anvil with similar vigor. But it's a little harder to, the Hex one's a little, it just rolls, the shilling rolls a little easier. But I love Anvil. I use it for everything. My other question is, what incentive would non-whales have to buy Hex and stake it going forward? Like, why would someone lock in their Hex now if they could hold soon to be legendary Maximus? Yeah, I mean, it's just everyone's choice. They need to measure how many T-shares they're going to get and how much they expect to get, what price they can get, and so there's a lot that goes into that decision. And it kind of just comes down to what people are comfortable with and what they want to do. In buying Maximus, you avoid emergency and stake costs. You have financial emergency and your max stake, which most can achieve. Yeah, you said it right there. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so right here, let's see, where does it get the data? Okay, so the way this works is it first checks to see if it's on like a Ethereum-based one, and then when this page or as soon as this page loads, it runs this function on form show, and it says the results are in a data table called dashboard, and then so the way that I use this, it has a really powerful database tool, but when we need to just like display numbers on the site, especially numbers that don't necessarily change too fast, and they don't, and like there's no like it doesn't need to be instantly up to date. What I do is I'll just like have a single data table that'll just hold a dictionary of values that's ready to display. And so this saves a lot of the loading time, just like kind of pre-caching it ready to display. So it doesn't have to like actually run the queries that perform the calculation of, what these values are. It's just like already preloaded. So let's take a look at that, because that's kind of what we need to start with. Let's see what this is displaying, and let's see what it needs to display, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that it's displaying the principal separate from the yield. So it should be displaying, a value for the principal and a value for the yield. And we also want it to also return the T-share value. So T-share value, hex principal, hex yield. And then I also think that the staking data is hard coded in there. So why don't we just pull in the stake days too? So let's make sure that we have that. So what I like to do is I just like to, if I'm just like trying to just see what shows up, I'll just have it just print the results and you just hit run. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to have it just display to us what we're currently getting, and then we'll just kind of work from there. Okay, so it's doing what we're expecting. It's not letting you mint. Okay, so this is what we have. We have total hex, mint phase end day, stake start day, mint phase start day, hedron mintable, T-share potential, stake end day, current hex day, MAXI supply. Okay, so that stake T-share potential, that's what like the name of that field was before. And I see that it's different than what's being displayed here. So that's good. We're already getting the value that we need. We just need to correct that display. So that's one thing we don't need to add. Maybe we want to update the name of this, just because T-share potential, that's not potential anymore. We know what it's going to be. That's just kind of left over. And then we're going to, do we need to update the MAXI or let's see if the total hex includes the interest. So 294,323, 294,316. So what is 323 minus 316 is 7. So that's like 7,000. Okay, so this is not pulling in the earned hex. This is only pulling in the hex value of the stake. It is not pulling in the earned hex, because I knew that the number was about 7,000 off from the MAXI supply, because 7,000 hex was sent directly to the contract instead of minting. So, okay, so we need to fix this total hex value. So let's go in and just find where total hex is. Yep. Liquid hex plus, okay, so I already started working on this last night. So I think what this means is this earnings to date is returning, or maybe it just hasn't actually, have we run this get results? This probably wasn't run recently, so like since I had updated. So let's see when get results runs. Okay, so we do have it updating that value. So now let's dig in a little bit into what this like. So let's print what it says on earned hex, because we need to see what's wrong with this earnings to date function, because we expect that value to be. Oh wait, actually no, I don't think it's saved yet. So why don't we do this? rather than doing get results, let's do record results, and then let's see how the display. Okay, so it's still showing 294,323. So yeah, so that's still doing the same thing that it was. So let's go back to this. Okay, so I printed the earned hex. Let's see where that would be. I think right there. So earnings to date. Let's see. Where does earnings to date live? Oh, is that imported? Okay, here we go. Okay, so here what we're looking at is, let's see. Earnings to date. Let's see. So let's see. So we're querying the daily data in between the start day and the end day. Okay. So earnings to date is 0. This checks if this. So this code is from one of my other sites. So it checks for bigger pays better. For D and daily data updates, earnings to date is T shares times daily payout per T share. So let's go ahead and print. Let's just print stuff here. So this earnings to date value is still 0. So let's see what earnings to date. What else? Print. Let's see, make sure the T shares are right. And let's make sure start and end are right. Let's just print all that. Okay, so T-shares times daily. Oh, I see what's going on here. Maybe that's because it is. Okay, so that's probably a problem here. Is that let's print. Okay, so rather than end, we need end to be today. So that's something. So end needs to be current hex day, which is hex contract. right here. So end, rather than end day, we're just going to pull MAXI contract dot functions dot get hex day. All right. Can you guys hear the music? I wonder how many people are watching. 24 people watching. Wow. Okay, why is the start day 882? Start and what? Why is start right there? Okay, that's a problem. No wonder. So stake starts. Oh, this is because I was reading this data from. Okay, this is so weird. The Kodiak site and the gotohex.com site, the day is like shifted off. I don't know why, but when you display this, you see like here. Let's just print our data. Stake starts 0. I'm just gonna print this, and then we'll also show you the where start is actually going to be maxi contract functions get stake start day call. Okay, so this should be right, and then so we'll see what. Well, I'll show you that. That was the reason why I wasn't showing her an interest, was because it was pulling in a number that is pre-formatted to be displayed on a website, rather than a number that is referencing each day by the number that the smart contract references itself by. So that's new. So that's a new number. Yep. Is that about right? That 253,000 hex that we earned. That's right. That's going to update in just a couple minutes. That'll be exciting to watch. Wow, guys. Okay, we're actually going to be here for the moment of truth. Live on air, I'm going to be able to see for the first time the Hedron Mint working. So that'll be actually kind of cool to see. Should we try to build that right now? Get the Hedron? Yeah, we're doing it. Okay, so we got 10 minutes. Let's just, okay, so get result. I think what we have to do is to get the Hedron. So there's Hedron mintable, and then let's also make this results Hedron minted. And we are going to do Hedron contract dot functions dot balance of MAXI contract address dot call. Okay, so now we need to create a Hedron contract variable. So let's copy this. Hedron contract is going to be the Hedron contract address followed by the Hedron API. We are going to get the where's the Hedron address? Do we have that somewhere? Okay, so we don't have the Hedron contract address. Oh, duh. Okay, so we need to do Hedgerin contract. So hex ABI, hex contract address. Let's copy that. We need Hedgerin. Oh my God, we're running up against the clock. Hedgerin contract address. So let's find that on Etherscan. Hedgerin. Yep. Contract address. Copied. ABI. Hedgerin ABI. Contract. Can he do it? You think, can I beat the clock? Okay, so contract ABI, JSON. Oh my God, just copy it. Copy. Let's see if we can find a JSON to Python dict. No, I need to just do it online. What the fuck? I don't want that. I want a dictionary. All right, whatever. We just do it how I did it before. So now I need to find times where it says true. So we're going to do Command H. Command H. Let's see if we can find true. Replace. Okay, let's do the same with false. I hope this doesn't break something else. That'll be so annoying. Okay. So let's see. Hedgerin minted. So let's just print results here. Hedgerin minted. Hedgerin contract dot functions balance of MAXI contract address dot call. We got the okay. Looks like we got the Hedgerin. And fuck it, let's just try it. Okay, looks like it worked because it's displayed 0 there. We have total hex is 294,577. That's good. That's what we expect. So what did we say we want to do? We want to break it out to be principal and accrued. So hex principal and accrued. So let's come in here. Results. Hex principal. What did we say the other one was going to be? Results. Hex accrued. Hex principal is going to be staked hex. And we didn't get, okay, so we didn't pull out just the earned hex because earned hex actually includes that other value. So for that one, we're going to be lazy here and we're going to do the earned hex minus staked hex. These are poorly named, but honestly, it's okay. I don't, just to get this out the door faster, we'll just leave the names. We know what we're talking about here. And I'm the only one that has to deal with this code right now, so it's okay. Okay, so we have total hex accrued 253,000. So, yep, that's right. Hex principal, that's right. Total hex, yep, okay. All right. So let's see if that now, what that lets us do now here on the dashboard. Okay, actually, we're gonna, is that all the data that we need? So here, do you know what I'm gonna do actually? Because this is just awesome. This is one of my favorite parts about Anvil is that we can now just like make an endpoint where we say we're gonna make an endpoint with the name get MAXI data, and we are going to make a function here, and we are going to return all that information we just did. So all we have to do is you do data equals app tables dot, I think it's called dashboard dot get name. We know it's dashboard. And then we don't need to return everything. We're actually just going to return this results value. And so now what we can do is we can look at this. So slash get maxi data. See if that works. No matching endpoint. Okay, so we might need to publish this first. So the way we get our one right here is we just want to have, we're going to print anvil dot server dot get API origin, because that one is for the published one. We want the development one. So this will give us like a gobbledygook link that we can then use as our API endpoint. Okay. Yep, API. So now we just replace it in here with nice. Okay, so here I'll share this in the chat. Is this music great? This guy, he literally put out like 6 albums in the last year. And they're all unique. They all sound like something you've never heard before. Amazing colors, amazing music, live performances, unbelievable. So much variety. Truly incredible artist. If you've not heard him, go listen to him. You can listen to everything he has put out since I first heard about him because he used to make music with this guy that lived in a dorm across from me. And so I saw him live for the first time in like 2014 at South by Southwest in Austin. And it was like an empty room. And it was just like this incredible experience. And I've seen him live as recently as like under a year ago. So truly awesome artist. I don't listen to too much music, but when I do, it's probably Flamingos's. Okay, he says, dude, use link for securing the call of your endpoints. So what do you mean by that? So this link is actually okay. This is a fine public link, because this app doesn't have any other endpoints. So, you know, if you were to try to like do anything, you couldn't, because the only endpoint is this one right here. And we want this to be a public endpoint. And so we don't actually need to add any authorization. But good question. Okay, so that data is there. So that's kind of cool. So now, like if you're a developer and you want to add this information on your site, then this is what you can use. Oh, wow. Let's see if Hedron's minted. It is eligible to run. Let's see if the moment of truth here, guys. Isn't that funny? People were laughing about it. They're like, why did you look so nervous on the live during the stake? And I'm just sitting there like, all right, it looks like no one's run it yet. So let's see if anyone knows how to do it. This is for advanced users. Honestly, unless you really know what you're doing, do not do it. But I wonder, I didn't set up a script to run it. So if someone wants to run it, let's see. It is eligible right now. Yep. Okay. So we should see a Hedron deposit here. Probably the gas fees are too high. No one wants to run it. I'm going to tweet that it's eligible to run. Let's see if someone's run it yet. No, huh? Should I run it live right now? Should I? Would that be cool? All right. All right. I'm gonna do something real quick, and if we can get, if no one runs it, then we're gonna go ahead and we'll run it live on the air. We'll see if we're lucky that I have some fucking burner coins on my mobile wallet. Gas is over 100 UA. I wonder what it'll be. Okay, so all right, we're gonna run it right here, live on the air. Provided the little bit of ETH that I just sent here. So what you do is you go to connect to Web3, MetaMask, and we need to run mint hedgeron. So we need the stake index, which is 0, and the stake ID, which can be found by looking at Staker app. I know it's on Staker app. It's like 623019, I think. Let's see. Yep, 623019. 623019. Okay, so oh my god, it says insufficient funds. All right, if you want me to mint hedgeron live on the air, send some ETH. Yeah, I don't know. Here. If you want me to run this live, send ETH in the comments. Do not expect anything from this ETH. This is purely a gift to participate in this live performance art that we are doing here on Maximus Radio. I don't have enough ETH to run the transaction, so that means the cost of gas to run mint hedgeron is greater than $21. So let's do it. So we actually don't support the claim function to remove unnecessary functions because mint does what claim does. We're just going to mint it. So because it's the only function we included. Come on, send some gas, y'all. Watch someone just okay, because someone very well could just run it while we're sitting here waiting. No one's running it. See if we've got any donations. Nothing. That's kind of funny. All right, so what else? What else can we do here? All right, everyone, scrounge up some pocket change. Let's find. I don't know how much more ETH it's going to need, but we're going to need some. See what we can scrounge together. Will people send the ETH? Let's see. Maybe let's just try again. Maybe the gas has gone down a little bit. I doubt that, though. What did we say this number was? 620019? No. 623019. Oh my God, it's still saying $56. But when you don't have enough funds, it doesn't quite accurately display that. So here. Let's do. Okay, it's going down. Now $33. Oh shit. Can you guys see that? Oh, nice. Wow, you guys did it. Thank you. Wow, you guys are awesome. All right, so we're gonna run it. Let's see if this works. Why does it say insufficient funds still? Am I in the wrong? Oh, that's why. Duh. Okay. So I think we're in the right. Nope. Okay. Okay. That was done with me. Yep. Mint Hedron. Stake index 0, 623019. Check to make sure that was the right one. Because if we mess up that one. 623019. Yep. All right. $15 gas fee. It's not showing a warning, so that's a good sign. All right, so we just submitted the transaction. It is pending. I should have sped it up. I hate waiting. Watch this drag out for hours. That's funny. I actually did have enough gas, but I was connecting to my wrong wallet. So thank you so much to the contributors. We'll keep this here in this wallet for future minting. Maybe, in the future we'll mint live on the air. So thank you for that. Okay, confirm transaction. MetaMask thinks so. Okay, Mint Hedron is pending. So now here, why don't we see what let's see. So in that thing, we now should see what our Hedron balance is in our endpoint. Hedron minted. We did it. It worked. Nice. Sweet. Are you surprised as I am? All right. That's good. We need to adjust the decimals on this for it to display on our website. But look, yeah, there we go. Number of blocks confirmed. So let's see if we can see the data on this transaction. Let's see. How do we... Okay, so... Oh my God, someone ran it. And... Okay, so that's actually a great example. So someone actually beat me to the punch and ran it. Whoever OXB422B is, they ran it today. So when you look at my transaction, nothing happened. But I paid gas. So that's what you really need to be careful when running this, is that if someone runs it before you do, because we were sitting there refreshing, I guess we didn't refresh within 4 minutes of sending, but this person's transaction, you see that? From null address to Alex, $200 of Hedron. From null address to Maximus, $251 of Hedron. Booyah. That's awesome. And you see how they ran it before I did. Their transaction cost them $26. Oh, that may be why it was letting it run, because I had $21 in that wallet and it was going to cost about a little higher than that. But since when it checks to see, because the contract, oh, that's why it was so cheap, is because the contract knew that it wasn't going to have to do the minting. Interesting. So that's one way to know. So I guess, that is the risk of doing that directly on Etherscan, because what we should have done first, oh my God, I wish I would have done that differently, because then I could have shown how you should do it. What you should have looked at is this get Hedron, like I should have looked at this get Hedron redemption rate. Because before mint Hedron was run, that was 0. And so had I gone on over here and checked it, I would have seen that somebody ran mint Hedron 4 minutes before I did. So that I wasted $13 of gas right there, because that didn't do anything, because it was already run that day. And I don't have any I didn't add any restrictions on the minting of Hedron. Like, it's kind of a free for all, do at your own risk type of thing. So most users should not do this. And maybe just as a community, we should all just come together and, come up with a good mechanism for how we, even though like anybody can just like go on Etherscan and run the function. If, we want to just add some strategy to it, we could, write a kind of in the same way that I had a script that ran the start stake as soon as it was eligible to run. We could run scripts that measure the AMR bonuses, measure gas prices, and identify good days to mint Hedron. So maybe that's something we can work on at some point. But that's pretty cool. That's an exciting moment right there. That was the first time we minted Hedron. It's like, what is he saying? Oh, yeah, that's exciting. That's awesome. That's so funny. Thank you so much, you guys. Barraget, thank you so much. Future Hedron mintings, courtesy of Barraget. Alex K, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Should go fast. 70 GWay. Oh, sorry about that. Fucking you. All right, that's a big moment, y'all. Hedron integration. First day, it worked. Let's see if anyone's tweeted that. I got front ran on the live. trying to get enough ETH to send in the transaction. We got front ran. I wonder if someone watching it fucking did that to us. Let's see who ran the function. All right, this is a freaking baller. There you go. See how much MAXI they have. Wow, Pulse Doge holder. Do they not have any MAXI at all? Oh, wow, look at that. The person who ran it for us only has Hex. I don't see them. Let's see if we can look them up. Interesting. We do not see. Yeah, oh my God, that's really interesting. I wonder who did that. Thank you, whoever paid the gas to mint our Hedron. That's cool. This looks like a pretty big Hedron person. Let's look them up on hex.cash. Let's see what their stakes are looking like. Let's see what they're. Well, that's loading. Let's tweet out the. We just front ran. Wow. Cooling gas from the chat. Let's see if they. Okay, well, that's loading. I'm tweeting something right now. We just got front ran while pooling gas from the chat to run the mint hedron function on Maximus. Someone ran it 4 minutes. Paid. How much did they pay? It was like $25. They paid of gas to mint Maximus. $200 of what was that? $250 of our first day's Maximus or first day's hedron crypto yield. Thank you. That's funny. That's hysterical. Oh, wow. This is a bit. Holy shit. That's pretty cool. So the person who ran it has about 6 million in stakes to date. And based on these estimations are set to make about $12 million. That's cool. They've got a bunch of stakes. Holy shit. Damn, that gas is going to eat. Let's see what they're... Holy shit. Look at these... Who is this? Oh my gosh. Look at their stakes. Look at that ladder. All right. Who do we know that has the smoothest ladders? Holy shit. Look at that. All right. We're going to pull their address up in apphex.win. That's amazing. This person literally paid our gas and they don't even have... They probably have MAXI. Let's be real. They maybe just not in this wallet. Let's go to apphex.win/charts. That's pretty amazing. Was that Abbott? Okay, that's smart. Did Avid do that? Let's see. Let's look him up. All right, whose staking ladder is this? Holy shit, look at these stakes. Holy shit. Who is this? Look at that ladder. Wow. Holy shit. These stakes all ending in the next year. January of 2020. Wow. Oh, that's funny. Who is it? We probably know who it is, to be honest. Like, no one has, nobody has this type of fucking stake ladder that you don't know. that wasn't promoting it on youtube.com. That's hilarious. Oh my God, look at that. Holy shit. Look at their t-shirt. So that puts them at, wow. But so much gas. How many stakes? 133 stakes. Ugh. Oh Lord. Think about the pain. 130. I don't know. 130. I bet they regret that. I bet they wish that. All of these were bundled into one. Like one here, one here. I bet this person wishes that they had 3 stakes. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, most of these stakes, when you look, they're made in January, all 2020. Look at that. Well, at least these ones ending now. Holy shit. Thank you, whoever that was. You're a legend. This is awesome. This is an awesome moment in Maximus history. Oh, so yeah, I wow. So let's see how much gas they've spent. What's that site? Fees.wtf. Okay, so I don't want to connect the wallet. I just want to search. See if we just paste the address in. Here, okay, I'll just connect. Okay, so okay, so maybe I can just paste in. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, let's see if we can. I need to see. I'm trying to see how much they've. I guess I can look on Etherscan, right? What was their address? We got so honestly, if you ever wonder why the dashboard maybe wasn't up to date, maybe because I get distracted by looking at freaking who's minting our hedgerin. All right, so let's look at their analytics. Wow. So this person is already paid $42,000 of gas in there just to date. The Maximus contract, that's pretty funny. Doing all the minting, Maximus contract spent $69,000 of gas. So this is a very active user. Don't torment them. Don't go digging into people's pockets. But whoever this is, thank you very much for minting our hedgerin on our behalf. You're a hero for that. That's hysterical. Truly hilarious. Okay, let's get back into it. Alex says, let's fix the zeros. Oh yeah, but that's live, huh? We're deving on prod over here. All the critical, the minting's done. The critical stuff's done. So I guess, it's okay for it. What did we know that was wrong? We knew that the hedgerin minted address.call, and we need to divide that by 10 times 10 to the 9 because they have 9 decimals. And also, in addition, so we're also going to make it so that the landing page takes you straight to the dashboard. So rather than on Mint, we run the self.menu, because pretty much the way this works is like when the page loads, it pretty much just like runs as if you'd click the Mint button. So rather than doing link Mint, we are going to do link dashboard. And then now that should, just with that one simple change, we should see it go straight to the dashboard. It's running the whole like. And so we actually don't. Okay, it's taking a long time because we're recording the results every time, which we don't need to be doing that anymore. Okay, let's see what's going on. Link. What? Oh, we started running that before it was even saved. There we go. So that'll at least open straight to the dashboard. That's good. Good suggestion there. And let's see if it fixed the Hedron. Okay, total. Okay, so now we need to update the display of all the data in there. Oh, and we got some more hex today too. The day just ticked over. And so does it tell us how much we have now? 294,833. $509,885. That's about right. Yep, we're in business here. How much is that worth? In 2 days, we've had 509 times, what's the price today? 0.17. In 2 days, Maximus Dow has earned $86,000 in yield. Let's see what that would be over a year. So if Maximus was a business, we're earning $15 million in ARR right now, annualized recurring revenue, in 130 lines of code. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty incredible. All right. So let's do okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just make sure all the information is displayed properly. So we have we can go ahead and why does it say 42118? Oh, I know. Okay. So that's not displaying right. Okay. So let's just click stop on that. And then we got everything we need done there. So now we need to go to offline dashboard page. We're going to view split screen. I like to reduce the size here just so I can see more. Okay, so treasury value, we know that hex, so that the name of that label is, let's see. So that label is called self.label treasury value hex. Let's go ahead and so find self.label treasury value hex is self.hex treasury. So that number should be correct, where self.hex treasury is self.hex treasury right here. So total hex. So that total hex value, that's what it's displaying. So that is correct, as is. Now we need to find backing per MAXI. Let's see what that one is. I think, let's see. Okay, let's just work through this. So your redemption value is hex treasury. So total label redemption value USD. So label redemption value USD.text is your maxi balance times the hex price. So this actually needs to get updated to reflect not just your maxi balance, but your redeemable hex value. So let's do, which actually means we need to get this percent. So we know, okay, let's do this. Percent. Honestly, I'm just going to go from the top here to, okay, so your maxi balance. So first it tries to see if you have one. If not, it lets you enter one here. And then your maxi balance. So it gets your maxi balance. So that's fine. And then now we have total maxi supply results, maxi supply. That's right. Hex day, current hex day, mid phase end. Current, okay, so now current day is hex day. Stake start day is, well, now we have the real one. So why don't we just do results stake? What do we have? So stake start day, and then we can do format results because we pulled in addition to that, we have stake end day. Did we pull it in? Oh no, we didn't. So we need to do that now. We'll do that when we. Okay, so treasury value is correct, and then yeah, treasury value hex is correct. We get the hex price here. URL is Uniswap data hex price. We are getting the Anvil request. We got that. So now we have this hex price. Treasury value is hex price times hex treasury. So that's right. And now we make that label there. So that should all be good. Let's see. Now the redemption value, it's no longer just your maxi balance times the hex price. Now your redemption value is, so we need self.redemption. So redeemable hex equals self.treasury value divided by self.your maxi balance. No, it's not that divided by it. So it's self.treasury value times your maxi balance divided by self.total maxi supply. So what did we say the total maxi supply? Okay, so that should be the redeemable hex. And then now we can just replace that label. So now this should be accurate. Redeemable. Oh, and Golki pointed this out to me. Why don't we change that right now? Your wait, what was he talking about? Oh, redeemable. This one. Redeemable. Okay. Got that squared away. Let's do this. Okay, so redeemable hex, we got that. So now label your balance maxi is point. Okay, so your maxi balance, and then this is the percent of that. So that should be right. Label backing per maxi. Okay, so now we need to do, rather than that being 1, so let's just make a variable self dot redemption value hex is going to be self dot treasury value, which is all the hex, divided by self dot total MAXI supply. Yep. And then we need to do that. So self dot redemption value hex. Okay, moving on. Self dot label backing per MAXI USD dot text. So again, it's not 1-to-1. It's going to be self dot redemption value hex times self dot hex price. Should be right. Total treasury hex is total. Okay. Label MAXI market price USD. Okay, so it's no longer hex price. So how can we get this? Where can we get this price? It's not. I don't think it's on CoinGecko yet. It's not on Etherscan yet. Can we get it from a Uniswap API? No, because I don't know if there's a V3 API like that. Maybe Nomics. Let's check out Nomics. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to finish out the dashboard stuff, and then I'm just going to hard code the current price right now. So the MAXI market price, we're just going to do that. And then let's add a to-do statement. Pull MAXI price from Nomics or Uniswap API. Okay, so we'll do that later. This will update now, and then we'll make that real time pretty soon. We just want to make sure this is working. Okay, MAXI supply, that's still the same. So I don't think we need the scalar thing anymore because that was to calculate the T-shares. So I think we can actually get rid of this stuff because there's this whole self-effective hex thing doesn't matter anymore. T-share rate doesn't matter anymore. Self.num T-shares is now going to be results T-share potential. Again, bad name, but doesn't really matter too much. Self.num T-shares. So before we erase those, let's just comment them out to make sure that they're not in use anymore. Self.label T-shares.text is the self.num T-shares. So right there. Stake URL is right there. Self.daily payout is, what was I doing here? Latest daily payout. Oh, okay, that's for the calculator. Okay, so this pulls the latest. Okay, so that's all. This is all calculator stuff. Okay, it's good to know. So that should all be the same then. If it's just getting this latest day payout total divided by stake shares total divided by the number, I think that should be right. Text box payout is going to be the daily payout divided by the decimals. That should be right. Text box hex future price is going to be self the hex price. Yep, that's fine. We're just setting it to that one. Here's the Uniswap. Okay, so this is how we got the Hedron price. So maybe we can, we'll come back to that. Yeah, so that's the Hedron price. Let's see if it actually is doing it. So we're going to do accept exception as E. And we are going to actually, we're going to raise this. If this throws an error, we're going to dig in and see where that caused the error, because we want to get the hedge price. And then it runs self.calculate estimate. So then that's where it does the self.numt shares, which we still have there, times 5555 times text box payout. Okay, so we're actually going to leave this. This stuff should all be correct. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that should all be there. Now, okay, so what was the other thing we had to do? So on the main page, we're going to, so right when this loads, we actually do want to call, we're going to call anvil.server.call, get, is that build results, get results, log results, record results, that's it. Okay, so we may see an error because we had it. Okay, let's sort of. Sometimes if you click too fast, it'll. Honestly, we may have to do to get our price, because our main liquidity pool is against Hex. Maybe we just stand up a USDC liquidity pool and then have. Okay, that's not right, but that looks cool. Okay, so we need to fix that. The backing per MAXI. So let's go in here. Label backing per MAXI USD. So that's label backing per MAXI USD. Okay, so let's see what this self-redemption value hex is going to be. Self.treasury value. Oh, okay. So let's just make sure we're not rounding. So let's make everything a float. And then let's print self.redemption value hex. Oh, it's treasury value. We don't want treasury value. We want self.hex treasury. That's why. Self.hex treasury. Let's see if that fixed it. Let's see if anyone's in the chat said anything. Yeah, the hedge balances, we're working on updating this. Yep, it's all being fixed. This is cool. Love seeing the coding side. Yeah, it's very educational. Yeah, it was fun. 30 people watching. That's a lot. Usually not that many people stick it on such a dense topic. So since it is 1-to-1 pretty much right now, this is a fine estimate. So that's a good idea, Alex. Okay, there we go. So now we see that backing per MAXI consists of 1.002 hex, which, let's see. So that sounds about right, because what we're expecting is, so that means per day it's increased by 0.001. So 0.001 times 365, that comes out to 6.5, and what's it's roughly around that APY that that you think about for that max length stake. So that looks, just on quick spot check, that looks like it's right. Maybe we should add some decimal points here. Label backing per MAXI. So maybe what we want to do is we want to do maybe 5 decimals, so we get a little bit more. Okay. Look at that. 1.00176 hex per MAXI. I don't know how you guys do that 9 to 5 shit. Just kidding. Made 1.1, or what is that? 0.176% so far. We're fucking whales, guys. MAXI market price. That's honestly pretty accurate. Minting phase start, minting phase end, total treasury. Okay, so we know we need to fix that part. So include 0 accrued yield. Let's see what this one is called. Okay, so let's give it a name. I don't think it's been used yet. Label 5, copy 2. So let's call that one label accrued yield. Okay, so label accrued hex. And then this one also needs to do, let's see what this one's name is. Label hedron treasury. And then this label is going to do, okay, so we'll keep that there. That'll be for later to figure out what that is. So we didn't need to give it a name right now. So, okay, let's knock those out now. So label total treasury hex, that's the same. And then now we need to do self.label accrued hex.text equals results. The name of that is hex accrued. Okay, so we need to format that text. So let's do a format. And then we're going to do something like include including INCL hex accrued, including that number of hex accrued, or accrued hex. Okay, so now let's get this formatting right. What did we like about this? Well, I guess these are big units, so we can actually just make this an integer because it's gonna, do you really care if you don't see the decimals? So let's go ahead and do that. Label MAXI market price. So let's go ahead and do what he did. So just self that hex price. So we'll just consider it to be 1-to-1 right now. And then once it materially changes, because when we look at the even there, or even just on Dex Screener, if we look at our pair, yeah, look at that. We had a little premium going. I think that was some people that hopped in the chat saying they just bought. So, that's what happens. You you buy, you push the price up, and then people who just minted, locking in some sweet 2% gains. God mode. That's that life-changing shit. That person who locked in their 2% gains, they don't know how you do that 9 to 5 shit. That's what they told me. Okay, so we'll keep that at the hex price. So total treasury, total hedge and treasury. So was on self.label, hedgerin treasury.text equals something hedgerin dot format self dot hedgerin or no, that was results hedgerin minted, right? Hedgerin minted of estimated blank hedgerin total. All right, so we're going to do hedgerin minted, and we're also going to do results hedgerin mintable. Let's just make sure those are integers. And let's see how that looks on there. Okay, so that looks right. We have the total. And treasury value, hex price times hex treasury. That's right. Okay, your redemption value. I don't have any MAXI in here, so that's right. That's right. This is placeholder. This will get updated soon. If we want, should we add more decimals in there? Because the way that this is displayed in the contract is it has 8 decimals. So maybe we do that. Okay, so that looks like shit. So why don't we make this hedgerin minted, replace this AMR bonus thing, and then once AMR bonus is relevant, we can then get on that. So hedgerin minted. So here, let's just copy this whole thing. So we're going to call that label, we're going to call that something like self.label hedgerin total. And then this will say estimated hedgerin total. And it's going to be this one. Let's get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. Okay, so let's rename that label. So we don't need to be pulling in this anymore. We'll let that go on its normal schedule. Okay, so here's how you guys can help me. If you're still watching this, go in here and test it out to see what your display looks like. Let's see what if the changes that we made give an accurate representation of what you think your earnings should be and what they should look like. So total treasury hex. Okay, so let's work on some formatting here. So we need the total treasury hex. Let's get rid of these decimals. You don't need the decimals there. And sending an int in anyway. So label treasury. So label treasury value hex. We don't need this 0.3% thing anymore, but we do want that, the commas. We also want the commas to be in this include accrued. So let's paste those in there. And we also need that in the header and stuff as well. Jesus Christ. Should we? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so million, billion, trillion. Can someone check my math? Are we going to get a trillion fucking hedron? Is that right? I don't know. Let's see. Let's find the, I think it's, hedron mintable. Let's see if this is correct. So 5555, so days times T shares, which is the number of T shares in our stake, times 1,000 because it's measured in B shares, times 5 because we got the 4x multiplier, and I guess there's still that extra x in there, so it's effectively a 5x. So yeah, that could be it. I think that's it. So why don't we refresh the page, see what's going on. Okay, so Hexagon Restaurant says no hedron on my dashboard. All right, that's fucking ridiculous. Let's get rid of these decimals. How do we do that? Okay, so I don't need the F in there. The F, I think, turns it into a float, so we can just get rid of the F where we don't need it. including hex accrued. Yep. Don't need it. Only need it if there's decimals. Okay, so total. Okay, so what's the name of that one? Total treasury. Yeah. Okay, so we also need the self.redemption value hedron equals same. So float of self dot, so that's results, and that's going to be hedron minted, and we're going to divide that by float of self.total MAXI supply. Okay. So let's do this right here. So backing per MAXI hex. Let's do, I think we should blend it all into one, right? Okay, so we need let's include the redemption value in there. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to do, so backing per MAXI hex, 5 hex, and so this is going to be an integer, so we can just do that. Let's see if that works. So we're formatting self-redemption value hex, and we're doing self.redemption value hedron. So that should say that. Then the backing per USD, so self.redemption value hex times self.hex price. So let's just do self.backing per MAXI USD equals whatever we had in here, plus self.redemption value hedron times self.hedron price. See where that is, self.hedron price hex. Okay, so we actually need to move this down here. And because that's quoted in hex, yeah, okay. So hedge pair is quoted in hex. So that means that we need to, okay, so that means we can update how this is done. We can do, that can look something like self.redemption value hex. Oh, no. We're actually going to have to do that. We're going to have to do that because of how this is. So plus the redemption value of hedron. So that's how many hedron per maxi. So is that? So hedron per maxi times the hedron price in hex. So hedron per over hex. So that's now hedron squared per plus what we're looking for is a USD value of hex. So maybe so hedron USD is going to be self.hedron price hex. So that divided by the USD price, or is it the other way around? Is it the hex price divided by the big hedron one? One second. Okay, so that hedron price in hex, I think it's like a big number. Let's just see. So if it's a big number and we divide it by a little number, it's going to be an even bigger number, which isn't right. We need it to be a really small number. So I think it is actually going to be the hex price divided by that. So self.hex price divided by that. And let's print that. And then we're actually going to have to move all this stuff below because it included that. So yeah. So let's cut that. And then we need this to be underneath here when we have the hedron stuff. So let's just test that out, and then we'll see. Okay, I don't think that's right. Let's see, what am I doing there? Okay, so that's the redemption value in hex. That's right. And then so this is actually the hedron USD price. So I think what we just need to do is we need to do the hedron USD label backing per maxi. So this actually needs to be self.redemption value hedron. What? Oh, hedron price hex, duh, because we need hedron USD. right, let's see if that works. What else did we say? Okay, so let's just, okay, so we did that. We're reading the hedge and balance, did that. Reading T-shares directly from the stake. Haven't done this yet. We're kind of doing this now, so let's just get back to it. See if there's anything in the chat. Oh wow, look at everyone. What's up, Value Brand? Yeah, you'll probably be getting error messages because I have it set to display error messages. So here, let's see this. So I just fixed something. So if you refresh that sample link, you should be getting that. But oh, honestly, the main one may be down right now. So why don't we get this fixed quickly, and then our dashboard will be back up. We should get a new loading icon too. Okay, so this redemption value, let's see. Redemption value USD. Okay, so we also need to move this stuff. So it's not just redeemable hex. It is going to be, okay, so let's update this stuff. And we're gonna have to move it down here because now it includes Hedron. So the redeemable hex, that's right. Did that need to be used somewhere else? Okay, so I guess that wasn't used anywhere else. So here, it'll tell us. Let's be safe. Okay, so it's not just the redeemable hex. This is also the it's redeemable hex plus okay, so I think we need to do like a self.total treasury value. Okay, what is this one? Okay, so that's for use later. So self.total treasury value equals, what would that be? So that's self.treasury value plus self dot Okay, so probably this right here. Redemption value hedgerin times self USD there. So that plus that. So redemption value hedgerin. So that needs to come after those values were created. So let's just do this. Okay, so total treasury value, and now we can change this self dot. Wait, so redeemable hex is going to be on the self label redemption value USD. So now we don't need that just to be the treasury value. We need that to be the total treasury value. I think that should work. And then label redemption value USD is that self.redeemable hex. That's a bad name, but we'll just keep it there. So that includes hedgerin. Label your balance maxi is going to be self.your maxi balance, and then your maxi balance divided by, okay, so that's right. Then redemption value hex is going to be the hex treasury divided by maxi supply. Redemption value hedgerin is that. Oh, it's going to throw an error. Okay, this may get tricky here. What order does this need to be done in? So that we can get early on. Redemption value. So this is certainly after. So we didn't have those yet. This one has backing per MAXI USD. Does that exist yet? Nope. So that also needs to be at the bottom. Total treasury value is also so that must be those two. It's annoying. All right, let's click that and see what happens. Thanks, Golkey. Says, always fun to watch Dip Catcher at work. No attribute redemption value hex. Okay, so that means that it's happened after that. People want to see the stats more tailored to them, their holdings and earnings. Okay, so that'll show up here. All right, I think that works. So why don't let's hit the publish button. So I always publish in the old school one. So why don't we click here to return the classic editor, which has my favorite version control interface. Okay. Okay, so before I publish, let's make sure there's nothing else. So looks like that's accurate. No way to tell because this wallet doesn't have any MAXI. All right. So before I hit publish, okay, so go ahead and go to this link that I just put here and paste in your address, like look around, and can someone let me know in the chat if the redemption value and everything is okay? Okay, this is actually a good idea that he says how many T-shares you have, not just the percent of the pool. Okay, and I can fix that T-shirt thing. So why don't we... So we can do that. Let's find label T-shirts. Okay, so we're going to do try self.label T-shares.text equals. Actually, you know what, here. So by default, it'll try to do that. But now we're going to, so try accept pass, throw an exception, E, print the E. So we're going to try is we're going to do, so T equals self.label T-shares text. So now we're going to do T. So now it's going to say B equals T. So it's going to say that if it's normal, but then if there's available, it's going to say since, like, what should it say? Like your T-shares. So now we're going to format, we're going to use self.num T-shares. No, that's actually going to just be T, and then that one is going to, this one is going to be self.num t shares divided by times self.maxi. Let's see. So it's the t shares times self.your maxi balance divided by self dot total maxi supply. And let's see if this works. And let's do so comma 0.4f. This one we want comma, and let's also do 0.4f. Thanks, Value Brand. Okay, so I think that's right. So T shares. Maybe we can rethink like how this, because maybe this total supply makes most sense up here with this backing per maxi, and then this should be like the whole stake, just stake information. So maybe this one should say like total hex principal. Maybe this should also have like hex principal plus hex yield. I guess totally treasury hex include 5 and 9. All right, so before I take off, can people in the chat go to this sample link? Here, actually, I know how to check it here. We are going to open that in an incognito window, and I'll share that as well. So the incognito window, because we know the incognito window will not have that. And then we will just find some random people from the Etherscan. So let's go ahead and share. So let's go ahead and remove that one. We're going to share. Okay, so we're going to share the screen, and we're only going to share the incognito window. Okay, so that one did not show anything because it was... Okay, so that looks right, 51,406, including that. Your redemption value. So why don't we find someone on Etherscan? Let's get our... Oh, look at that. Look at the Hedron. That's cool. Okay, so let's take a look at the Maxi holders. Let's get our number one guy. And let's see what happens here. Yikes. Okay, so maybe that means that the Hedron contract URL needs to be the checksum. Yeah, that's annoying. Wow, look at that. Okay, so this person has $1.746 million worth of MAXI. So backing per MAXI. So maybe we should also include right here in the redemption value, because it shows the USD value, but it doesn't show this. So I think we need to add this as well. So let's hop back into the Anvil one. Share screen. We're going to do this one. So why don't we just tag along on this? So label your balance. That's it. So let's actually make it so that we're going to put / redeemable for blank. Okay, so now we need to do self.redemption value hex times self.your maxi balance, and then self.redemption value hedron times self.your maxi balance. So this is going to be, we don't need that many decimals anymore. So maybe just like 1 decimal, maybe, for the smaller balances. Okay, so let's okay, so let's switch back to the okay. Just yeah, that's what we're seeing now. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, so I'll need to figure out how to, like, what's up with that. That's so weird. It's displaying it with the, let's see. Maybe because I made that a float, so I should probably just make that a int. When in doubt, make something an int. Okay, let's go ahead and refresh this again. What the hell? What does that mean? All right, nice. All right, I think that's looking good, guys. So I'm just going to hit publish. So now you can just go back here. That should be live. So now if we go to maximus.cash, check this out. Let's get our friend here. See if it loads without error. That looks good. Total there. The hex and hedron, including that much accrued, that much hedron minted. It's going to estimate the total, correct T-shares. Now let's do this. No. Okay, that's weird. I don't know what that error is. I'll have to check in on it, but it still displays. So I think that's right. When we look at the biggest holder there. Wow. All right, guys. This is it. Min phase section. Add a section about how many T-shares the holder owns. Yep, added that. So wait, why isn't it showing up there? It's not even setting anything to it. Okay, so self label. What are the T-shares? Okay. So now we see to add this here. So Oh, you can't even see. It's still on the other one. Okay, so I can't figure out what that error message is. Sometimes it just is weird inside like these debug mode ones. So let's just go ahead and see what goes on here. Okay, cool. So we added your t-shirts there. So now when you look at that, you'll see how many t-shirts the holder has. You're right, my friend. Once we see value in MAXI and MetaMask, champagne gets cracked open with relief. That's cool. I'm just refreshing and see how many hex I made today. So Hedron. Nice. All right. Looks like. All right. So anyways, actually, no, here. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and click the publish button. Let's check our list. So we'll come back to that, and we'll continue to double check our math. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in. Hexagon Wrestler says, looks good. Now go be with that beautiful bride before you piss her off. I know I've been married 37 years. All right, I'll go do just that. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. This was awesome. I'm glad we made a lot of progress here. Finally quit goofing off and just got it done. And it was helpful to have you all here with me. So until next time, we'll go ahead and sign off for now. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.